What is going on, guys? Today we got a little bit of DIY. We are going to be doing custom polyurethane motor mounts. I have two motor mounts out of my Project MX-3. Now wait, Mazda 3 people, because this actually can work for you too. I'll explain in a second. We are going to be filling these up polyurethane, well, window well, urethane, it says urethane. Filling these up with urethane and making custom stiff motor mounts. I'm going to be going through step by step on how you can do this to your own car as long as you have the mounts out. Save a ton of money instead of buying aftermarket mounts. And if you're in the case like me with the MX-3 and you can't find OEM mounts that are actually good and supplied, this is a good opportunity for you. Before we get started in today's video, I am finally launching my own brand. If you guys want to support, sign up on the top right link. If you do sign up, I am going to send you directly a discount code once we launch so you can treat yourself to a little something something. Any support goes a long way on the channel and I appreciate it so much. Now this is going to be the easiest custom motor mount method that you probably find today. Essentially, we're going to be filling these holes with polyurethane, and in my situation these are cracked. As you guys can see, there is a crack going right through the middle. This one, there is literally nothing holding this in place. Now I'm gonna only be doing these two for now because these are the bottom motor mounts that pretty much hold it when the motor is torquing. The other two on the top of the motor, consider them holding it in place, although they do have their function. These I think are gonna be the most important for me. Now obviously these are older mounts. If you have something newer like the Mazda 3, obviously you guys know me in the Mazda 3s. Motor mounts that you can do this on are the transmission motor mount are a rubber mount, and the rear motor mount that is underneath the car is also a rubber mount like this. Passenger motor mount is hydraulic, but this is definitely something you could do on your Mazda 3. If you're looking to stiffen it up a little bit, either save a little bit of money, do a little custom bit of work, or you just want, obviously, just stiffer mounts. Without further ado, let's go ahead, fill these up, and see how they feel on the race car. And one last note, this is the stiffest stuff you can get. I will leave it down in the description below. Make sure you do your research on which ones you want. There are a ton of good forums and other videos on, you know, which ones to use, but we're going for the stiffest ones just because these are already blown. So we need to make sure the rubber is super clean. I do have a degreaser. I would recommend maybe a tub. These are really, really old, so I'm probably gonna have to go through them multiple times. Now these are fully washed. I want to let the rubber completely dry so that the polyurethane adheres. They are as clean as mine will probably get. So now, because we're going to be filling it in from the side, because this is a syringe, so it's basically going to be going in. I need to close off one of the sides, but I'm going to use duct tape to basically seal off any of where this could come through. So I'm just going to cover this up to the best of my abilities here. This is not the prettiest, but I think this should do. And then as you guys can see on the other side there, it's just covered up. I want to fill this up as much as I can. You want to make sure that the cavity is filling. Might be tricky in some certain situations like it is here. Now nothing is oozing out the other side, which is good. So now you're going to need an extra glove, and we just want to clean this up. So I'm just going to grab and just swirl this around. Clean up the look. As you see, there is a lot of access left. Again, just going around. And honestly, I think this mount is done and good to go. Like I said, there is like no oozing on the other side, but I'm just gonna keep the duct tape here until this dries. But this is essentially what you want it to look like, ensuring that, I mean, we did fill the cavity holes. This was our first run. Now we could go ahead and do our other mount. So we're on the next day here on one of the mounts. This is the side that we put in, and then I actually took off the tape and it is wet on the other side. So now that it's wet on the other side, now I can lay it down, just let that wet side dry. I still have the other one here that I'm gonna show you what I pretty much did. As you see, there's not as much on this one because the cavity was less. But even then, in this situation, you can add more because you will kind of want to fill, like I have a crack in there. So I'm gonna still kind of run this around and just try and kind of fill this out. There you go, and that one is done. Whatever you do not get the stuff on your fingers. It does not come off at all. We're gonna let this dry for a few more days. Mounts are complete, ready to go. They're looking pretty good. I've given these a long time to dry. This is, I believe, day 4. I just really wanted to make sure the inside was dry. This stuff is so rock hard. Like, these mounts are not gonna move. So I'm gonna go put them back in the car and then we can go for a drive. So our mounts are in the MX-3. That's one right there. We're gonna go ahead and get a first reaction to our first cold start with our new motor mounts in the car. So one crucial thing to remember, this is gonna be different from everybody. Remember that this is gonna probably make your car vibrate, how many mounts you do. I did 2 out of 4. If you do 2 out of 3, which normally cars have 3 of them, then it's probably gonna vibrate. Depends if your mounts are blown and everything. I mean, I used the stiffer stuff because the mounts were blown. So technically it might be a little bit softer than using it on a mount that's not blown, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and start this thing and get my reaction. All right, that's good. So I can really feel it holding them in. And as you guys heard, the trunk back there actually vibrated. I think that's just the exhaust that vibrated the trunk because the trunk's empty. There's nothing in the trunk. It actually felt really good. I can hear a lot more of the motor now. As for the interior goes, I don't hear anything vibrating, which is quite interesting because normally shit vibrates like crazy. Obviously, like I said, I can hear a lot more. Well, I mean, there's a lot more noise being transmitted in because it's so solid, but overall, this feels so good so far. And I will have to see what it's like driving. First, feel with the pedal. Definitely, I definitely don't feel many vibrations going through the dash. Through the RPMs, again, it still feels really good. Shifting through the gears feels a little bit better. Shifts good. It, you know, feels good going through the gears. It feels a lot better. When I was letting off and on the car, because my throttle cable is a little sticky right now, I can feel the car go whoa, 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 whoa. I don't really get that anymore, which is really good. So I think putting these in was awesome, and I think they're doing an excellent job. Like I said, I think this would be a little bit more vibratey if it was on a different setup, but I think for this is awesome. So yeah, I think it did a decent job. It feels good. Maybe I will do the other mounts. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and comment down below what you guys think, or if you've done it yourself. Like I said, I think this is a nice little addition to the car. I would even consider doing the other mounts with that stuff. But if you have healthy mounts, you just want a little bit of upgrade, this is also a good addition to have as well. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. Keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.